Hi guys, it's Rae with Raes Turquoise Turtle. Today I am starting 2 of my Hummingbird cups. The one that I had left sold very quickly in the sale and I was asked for more, so I'm just going to do 2 of them this round. I have one skinny straight base painted in matte aqua, and I'm going to use chunky sea glass on the top and caboodle on the bottom of that one. I do believe that's the same combination of the one that's sold in the sale. And for the other one, I base painted with Satin Ballet Slipper, my palest pink I have, and I have a Love All Bling Corrine pink up here. And then I have a black and pink and silvery chunky mix that I mixed up myself from 3 separate glitters. I used my fine black, the one I have kicking around from AC Moore when they were open. I used Good and Plenty chunky mix from Bees Bling. And I used a tiny bit of Outer Space from LMNOP Design Boutique. So I'm going to go ahead and get my resin on the 2 cups and we'll get some glitter on. Okay, I'm going to do this one first, and I'm going to focus on the top first. I don't like the way this one comes out of the shaker, so I'm just going to take the lid off. Because while it's a somewhat fine glitter, it's a kind of chunky fine glitter. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't have any hummingbird tattoos that I like at this point, so I'm going to get on Creative Fabrica and find some watercolor hummingbirds and print them off as water slides here shortly. And I'm just going to waterfall this down a little bit. Okay. And grab my chunky. And cleaned up that onto our pink cup. Basically going to be the same process. I feel like this one should have come out easier, but this is apparently also a coarser fine. Let it sit for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to come in and pat it down. So, and I'm not going to worry if I mix some fine in this since it's a custom, but I do like to sprinkle some of the fine back over, just to kind of, if there were any spots that the chunky didn't stick to, it'll help fill that in. The very first one of these I didn't base coat a color, and you could see so much white through that I just didn't like it, so I kind of changed my method a little bit, but I think that is beautiful. So I'm gonna get this flood coated I'm going to find some images to get printed up, and I'm going to save this for something. Find one of those little containers, and I will be back. Okay, these are flood coated and they are smooth enough to move on. So I am sitting here, I started weeding my decals, and then I remembered, like, hey, you're supposed to be recording this. So I'm back. I found an image set of watercolor hummingbirds on Creative Fabrica. I pulled back out the original cup, so I thought these ones were like similar colors wise. Sizing these was a little difficult because this is one of those image sets that it has a large transparent box behind the image that's much larger than the image itself, so I kind of had to play with it. I mean, this little bird, like, I had to cut these at like 4 wide to get them this size. I kind of measured like the tattoos, and I was like, okay, 2 1/4, 2.5 inches max. And when I put that in, I ended up with a bird that was like tiny. So took me a little bit of trial and error to get this size the way I needed, but I got there and I am ready to move on. I'm going to use the same 2 birds on both of these cups. Of all the ones I had in that set and printed, I liked these the best, so that's what I'm going to go with. Obviously they'll be opposite sides because I copied it and flipped it, mirrored it, so I had, you know, birds facing each direction. So enough of that. I will put the image set down in the comments below, or in the description box, not in the comments. And I have my text cut, so I'm going to get that applied first. And we're going to get ready for Waterslide. I'm going to get that out of the way. I have a little dish of water here. I'm going to soak my 4 birds. So I put them in upside down, otherwise they curl like that on me. And this water is relatively cold. It just came out of my kitchen cupboard, so it's going to take a couple seconds to release. And I do have a paper towel or 2 handy. I have a silicone makeup brush handy. I haven't seen these at Dollar Tree in a while, but I haven't really looked. I've got a million of them floating around the house. I just can't always find a good one, because sometimes I do use them on epoxy also. So, and I do have this one handy just so I can kind of see spacing and positioning. So, I mean, not that it has to be exact, but similar's good. So I'm going to get these ones applied first. And these colors are bright enough on these water slides that they'll work really nicely. So, squeegee the excess out. I'm just going to give them a blot. And I'm going to roll them. And, oh, don't fold. I'm going to roll this one. I couldn't remember if I positioned the second side higher or lower or what I had done. So, This one needs to be a little more angled. Okay. Squeegee. Whoops. Squeegee. Little blot. Little blot. So I'm going to let the water slides dry thoroughly. These are small. They're going to dry fairly quickly. And once they're dry, I will get you guys over and we will get the next coat of epoxy on. Okay, we're going to get a coat on these. So get them turned on. Try and get them going the same direction. Okay, I'm gonna bring you down for your close-up look at these. And I mean, this one you've already seen at least once, if not twice at this point. But here we go. So I'll start with this one. And that gorgeous glitter. Bottom's just glitter. Bottom's just glitter. This is my little custom mix of glitter I made. It's so pretty. And the top. I'm trying to get them both in the same shot. So there you go. 2 more Hummingbird cups. It's been a while since we did these, so it's alright. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.